The following program is brought to you by 10x Crypto.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome to 10x Crypto Traders with your host, David D. Charles. Cryptocurrency can be challenging on your own. 10x Crypto Traders is a diverse community of cryptocurrency explorers. Cryptocurrency will transform our world forever, and you don't have to wait to figure it all out. We'll show you how to use AI technology to create passive income in the crypto markets 24/7. Never close on a losing trade and only ever make profits. Then explore with us the world of DeFi, where we make massive income in community-based projects controlled by the people. The 10x Crypto Traders community provides education and support to help you along your crypto journey. Together we grow, learn, and earn cryptocurrency. Check us out at 10xcryptocommunity.com. That's 10xcryptocommunity.com. Let's journey together.
The presenters are not financial advisors, and the opinions presented should not be construed as financial advice. Trading cryptocurrency carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Before deciding to invest in cryptocurrency, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. You should be aware of all the risks associated with cryptocurrency trading and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Past performance is not indicative of future results.
All right. Welcome. 10X Crypto Radio. My name is David D. Charles. Today is a great day to talk about cryptocurrency. I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending a little bit of time with us today. We're going to have a great show today. And as we always do, we really want to spend some time when we're on this show. We enjoy obviously talking about crypto and the amazing world of cryptocurrency. But we also want to take the approach of, the money mindset and building wealth and passive income. And we talk a lot about the foundation of our mindset, because crypto is such a volatile space and there's so many things happening. And so I'd love to kick off today's show with actually two quotes, and one of them I'm going to save for just a little bit. But the first one, we actually shared this, and I'm probably going to come back to this for over and over again because it's a good one. And this is by Eric Voorhees. He's well known in the circles of crypto, and he says crypto is absolutely the wild west of finance, and thank goodness. It represents a whole legion of adventurers and entrepreneurs, of risk takers, inventors, and problem solvers. It is the frontier. Huge amounts of wealth will be created and destroyed as this new landscape is mapped out. And so today we've got a really special show with an amazing guest who definitely is an adventurer and an entrepreneur, a risk taker, and a problem solver. It's my pleasure to introduce you to him. We're going to come to him in just a few moments. But before we do that, I want to just highlight an interesting story from the world of crypto this week. Actually, two interesting stories. In the last couple of weeks, we talked about the Super Bowl. Last week, Sunday, we had the Super Bowl, the biggest show in the United States every year. More people watch the Super Bowl than any other event. And so it's this huge event for advertisers. And so if you tuned into the Super Bowl, you saw ads from all kinds of cryptocurrency companies. Coinbase, I think, stole the show with their ad. Coinbase, if you missed it, you should go to YouTube and Google and search on YouTube or Google it, Coinbase Super Bowl ad. So Coinbase amongst FTX and Crypto.com featuring LeBron James, really cool commercial with LeBron talking to his younger self. But Coinbase stole the show with the simplest of ads, just a QR code. A QR code that took you to a landing page that just welcomed you into the world of cryptocurrency. FTX had a great ad as well that basically introduced you to the world of cryptocurrency. And it's just amazing to see the millions of dollars that was spent in the last week to spread this message that obviously is becoming very, very mainstream. But Crypto.com actually won the award. I forget the name of the award, but they always issue an award for the best commercial that runs during the Super Bowl. And Coinbase actually won this award, and it was the simplest commercial, but so powerful and so impactful, with just a QR code bouncing around the screen. So powerful, in fact, that it shut down their site for a few moments. Amazing. So we're in this space in the world of cryptocurrency where it is just absolutely exploding. And we're going to talk about this amazing opportunity here as we get into today's show. And talking about exploding, one of the other interesting stories that came out in the world of cryptocurrency today this week, comes from J.P. Morgan Bank. J.P. Morgan is one of the largest banking institutions in the world. But even more interesting about J.P. Morgan is their relationship over time with cryptocurrency, especially their CEO, Jamie Dimon. So I'm going to read you a little bit of what's happening in the world of J.P. Morgan as it pertains to cryptocurrency. J.P. Morgan has become the first well-known bank to join the metaverse in what they describe as a $1 trillion opportunity. J.P. Morgan is the U.S.'s largest bank, and it's just launched its own virtual lounge in the world's largest metaverse, Decentraland. Visitors to the lounge will be greeted by a virtual tiger, as well as an in-metaverse portrait of J.P. Morgan's CEO, Jamie Dimon. Now, here's why this is so interesting. Jamie Dimon, let's not forget, is the man who threatened to fire his own employees for buying Bitcoin. Personally, he literally threatened to fire his own employees because he thought that buying Bitcoin was a sign of incompetence. This man and his company now sees the metaverse as a $1 trillion opportunity. And when you go into their feature in Decentraland, you get greeted by a portrait of Jamie Dimon. Isn't that incredible? Watching the evolution of cryptocurrency has got to put a smile on your face. The space features an educational element in the form of executive presentation on the economics of cryptocurrency. The Onyx Lounge comes alongside a report that claims the metaverse will likely infiltrate every sector in some way in the coming years, with the market opportunity estimated over $1 trillion in yearly revenues. The report also points out the $54 billion already spent on virtual goods, which dwarfs industries like music and Hollywood. $54 billion being spent on virtual goods. You know, a virtual good is something that you buy and you do not get to own or hold tangibly. It's an idea represented by something on the internet, and it is absolutely exploding. So, J.P. Morgan making a total about face and now becoming one of the leading voices into the world of cryptocurrency. We've talked about the metaverse a few weeks back, an emerging space in the world of cryptocurrency. It's something we'll come back and talk more and more about because it's just absolutely exploding. In fact, we just talking about the Super Bowl, we highlighted something creative that Miller Lite did for the Super Bowl, because they've been blocked from advertising or running Super Bowl ads because Anheuser-Busch has had that contract locked down for the last 10 years. And so Miller Lite, taking advantage of the world of metaverse or the opportunities in metaverse and launching their own lounge and running ads specifically on metaverse. You could only see it if you attended their event in the metaverse. Yeah, if you haven't figured it out yet, crypto is definitely here to stay. It is making its mark, it's making its impact, and it is transforming lives and minds alike. So interesting stories happening in the world of crypto. One other thing, I want to bring our guest in here in just a moment. But before I do that, I want to share this other quote. I love this quote, and it's so appropriate to share this before we bring in our guest today. And this is a quote by the great Bob Marley. Bob Marley has this to say: "The greatness of a man is not in how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and his ability to affect those around him positively." Bob Marley. Love that quote. And so that is a perfect segue to introduce you to my very, very special guest today, somebody that I've come to know and appreciate. We met a number of months ago through our community, and he literally embodies this idea of a man with integrity who has the ability to affect those around him positively. His name is Mohamed Ali, and Mohammed joins us all the way from Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. Mohammed, you with us today?
Hey, David. Yes, I'm here.
Mohammed, welcome. Good to have you on the show with us. I appreciate you spending some time. How are you doing today?
Very good. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate the nice words that you just said.
Oh,
and it's my pleasure being with you on this show.
Oh, it's my pleasure to have you. It's my pleasure to know you. And there's so much happening that we're going to go straight through today. We're not even running any commercials because I want to spend as much time as possible talking with you, getting to know you, giving our audience an opportunity to get to know the man behind this mission that we're going to talk about here today. And so I want to kick this off with a couple of interesting questions, if you will. And I want to get our audience to get to know a little bit about you. So we know that you're in Dubai right now, but I'm curious if you would share with us, tell us a little bit about where you grew up. I think I know the story that you've been in Dubai for a number of years, but tell us where you grew up and how did that ultimately impact or affect the person that you think that the person that you became today?
Definitely, David. Right now, as you said, I'm staying in Dubai. I have been living here for the last 21 years. I finished my university here. I've done electrical and electronics engineering in one of the local universities. I worked in elevator industry for around 13 years as an engineer and as a project manager and as a branch manager, as a sales person, as operations manager. So basically, I came through all of the business areas in the elevator industry in some multinational companies. However, before that, originally I'm from Sudan, and I was born in Saudi Arabia in 1985. And I didn't stay long there. Actually, only the first 7 years of my life I stayed there. Actually, 6 years, not 7 years. And then we moved back to Sudan. We stayed there for 9 years. After that, we came to Dubai, to United Arab Emirates. And since that time, we're staying here in Dubai. Regarding my work experience, is all here in Dubai, in UAE. I didn't work outside. However, we love traveling. We travel, me and my wife and my kid. We go to Europe. We go to to the Far East, like Malaysia, Thailand. We went to Europe, like Belgium, Holland, France, and others. Yeah, so basically this is about my personal life.
God, it sounds like you like to travel quite a bit.
Yeah, I have one daughter. She's 5 years old, between 5 and 6, 5.5.
Oh, that's a great age. We've done that a few times. That is a fantastic age. They teach you a lot about yourself,
right?
At that age. So it sounds like you enjoy traveling quite a bit. Is that one of your favorite things to do?
Yes, this is the most thing that I enjoy, me and my wife. The good thing is it's a common thing between both of us.
Nice. What's your favorite place that you've traveled to?
So far I think Dubai was the best.
Oh, well, That's amazing.
It's just, but the only problem here is, the temperature in the summer is like too high. It can reach up to 50 degrees. So This is the only problem. But other than this, everything is just perfect. It's like safe country. It's accommodates all kind of humans.
Yeah.
Like any kind of people. It doesn't like differentiate between locals and people from outside and laborers or managers. They're all like the same level.
That's amazing. That's beautiful. It's beautiful to be able to live in a place that feels like your dream home, like you're on vacation where you live. We get a bit of that feeling here in Florida. It's a place where people travel to. They save up for years and years and years in order to come here and go to Disney and go to the beaches. And so I totally understand what that feeling is like, to live in a place that feels like you're on vacation. It's a dream place for you. And speaking of being in one of the most beautiful places in the world, you and I will get an opportunity to meet in just a few days in Dubai. And we're going to talk about that event here in just a little bit. But I am so very excited. It'll be Lisa and I are traveling together. It'll be our first time in Dubai and our first time getting to meet you in person. So I'm super excited about that.
Right. We're also so excited and just can't wait to meet you in person.
Absolutely. So, Mohammed, you got into the world of crypto. So you talked a little bit about your background. You're an engineer by profession. How did you get started in crypto? Like, what was the first thing that got your attention and said, let me pay a little attention to what's happening over here? And how did you get started? What got your attention and how did you get going?
Just like anyone else, Bitcoin was offered to me in the 2008, I think, or 2009. And we just ignored. We ignored to buy any of the Bitcoins, so we just let it go. And then it started climbing up. We didn't pay attention to that, and we didn't even try to buy some because we thought it's just a bubble that's going to vanish at any moment. And that was actually exactly the opposite. It was there to stay. Since that time, I did not actually pay any attention or did not try to invest into cryptocurrency or to buy any of the coins until the beginning of 2021. Sorry. Actually, just to let you know a little bit about how I got there is in the beginning of 2020, I was laid off from a job. I was the operation manager of one of the largest elevator companies in Dubai. On February, due to the pandemic situation, and they had to let some people go due to the cost saving and because there are no jobs and there's no enough business for the company. So I had to be laid off, and that was fine. I was already having the idea of opening my own business at that time. That was in 2020, February 2020. I started a couple of businesses. They did not go well, and I had to close again and try again, and then it didn't go well for some reasons, and then we stopped until the beginning of 2021. And that was basically the date of changing my life, I would say.
Wow.
So beginning of 2021, basically at that time, all my end of service have ended, and I didn't have enough income to run my life. I even actually had some loans to the banks, like a car loan and personal loans and some credit cards, which I wasn't able to pay on time. And I started getting threatened from banks and all of this, we're going to file a case against you, blah, 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 and all of this. So at the same time, I got an offer on my credit card. We were giving you 70,000 dirhams in our currency that you can reveal in cash, that you can take out in cash and pay in installments.
Okay.
So as the situation was already bad, so I thought, okay, let me take it. It's not going to make it worse.
Right.
So
nothing to lose.
But the idea was this could be life saving for me.
Yeah.
Because at the same time I was studying the mining, Ethereum mining specifically. And I was looking at the internet. I had some friends. I contacted them, asking them about what's going on. How do you generate actually money from the internet? How do you get this done? It was a weird idea. I didn't trust it 100%, but I said, okay, let me take this risk and get it. Because I made my calculation. If I spend this 70,000 dirhams, you divide by 3.68 to get it in dollars. Then that's equal to like 8 or 7 mining rigs. Each rig has like 8 GPUs, RX 580 to be specific, and that could generate me like 6,000, 7,000 dirhams a month.
Wow.
And my loans are like 6,000. The monthly installments for all my loans, like the credit card and the car loan and my personal loan. So theoretically, this is going to cover my cost and keep a little bit for me to run my life until something happens. And that's what happened. I just went there. I had no idea how to install these devices. I had no idea how to connect them, how to mine, and how to do anything. So I just contacted one of the people online and who are living beside me in the same city, and I asked for help. He's like an expert person in this. He's having his own small mining rig. So I made a deal with him, like if you come and install my devices, I will let one rig pour into your wallet for 1 month. So that was the deal. So he came in, he installed everything. Everything was set up and connected. And as promised, he had a device running his wallet for 1 month. Then the first month was a disaster. I didn't know what to do. It was like I had to call him every minute. Oh, this device stopped. What to do? How do I do it? How do I fix it? Then I go online. I give him the team viewer. He starts fixing it. Then I learned a bit by bit. So the first month was like I got like only 2,000 or 3,000 dirhams, which is not even covering the expenses. So, but the next month it started improving. Like the third month, I did not have to touch it. I just had to leave it alone because now I know that how I made the proper setup, the wiring, everything was perfect, and it's running. And right now, as we speak, it's running in a different city, which I don't have to go and don't have to touch them. They're just running and creating income. So the income for that devices were kind of good. In a couple of months, it started even generating more income. That was where the crypto market started moving up when the cryptocurrency, the Bitcoin specifically, went to around 60 plus. In that month, I remember I got around 18,000 dirhams. Wow. Which was the peak. And it was like running my life beautifully. However, I still needed like more. Okay, I learned that the crypto market moves up and down. In the months that the crypto market is down, I get less, like 5,000, maybe 4,000, 6,000. But when the market is high, I get like more than 10,000, 15, 18,000. So there should be. I thought there should be some other way also. This is now running passively. I don't have to touch it, and I have no control over it. It just runs, and whatever the market price, I get the money. I cash the money out, and then I spend it in my life. So at that time, I got a call from one friend that I knew. His name is Young. He's in the U.S. And he said, listen, there is... No, before that, actually, I got into an opportunity of a company. I don't want to mention the name. What they tell us is, like, you send them the Bitcoin to their wallet, and they trade it, and then they pay you back an interest every week. And then you have to invite also people to come and invest, and then you get commissions, blah, 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 blah. So in that one also, I took a couple of the savings that I had, around, I think, 10,000 or 11,000 dirhams. I put it there, and I started like trading. Actually, I'm not trading. I'm just looking at it, looking at numbers on the screen. I don't see the wallet. I don't see anything. They just have numbers on the website, and we are looking at, and we could withdraw the money. We were withdrawing like small amounts, but obviously, if you want to accumulate big money, you have to compound. You have to put the profit into the capital, and then continue trading.
So there's a lot of trust in this situation. You've given your money to a third party, and you're trusting them to. You've given your Bitcoin rather, and you're trusting them to invest it for you.
Exactly. And that what happened. It went beautifully for like 2 months. And then the third month, I accumulated around like one Bitcoin almost inside.
Wow.
Then the time came in where the founder just disappeared. The website is not withdrawing anymore. And there were cases filed against the company in that country where the owner is based. And then we just felt like, okay, this is the end. We just lost our money. There's no way to get it back. We just sent our money to someone who was actually teasing us, and there were no actual trades behind the scenes. They were not trading the money. They were just taking the money and paying some of the new people from the old people money just upon the screen.
Yeah.
So we just I thought within myself, like, okay, this is there's no point of looking for it. There's no point of trying to file a case. There's no point because they're in different countries.
Yeah, just take the loss.
There's no point of looking for this money. It's a lost money, and I have to live with it. And that's what happened. After that, by 2 weeks, my friend in the U.S., Yang, he called me and he said, "Come, my friend, there is an opportunity here where we're doing crypto trading." I said, "What, crypto trading? No way I'm getting into this again." I'm not getting into this again. He said,
I just did that.
It's a trading bot that you don't have to turn over your money to someone else. I said, okay, let me listen now. Now I can listen to you. And he introduced a trading bot to me that was actually performing very well. And I jumped in. I put like a couple of hundreds of dollars, and it was like giving very good results. And that bot actually was customizable, but however, I didn't have experience on customizing a bot or putting parameters or changing things on that. I didn't know. So I was just told by the people who are experienced in this or who have been before me in this. They told me to put these numbers here and put that parameter this year, and then that's it. You did it. And that's what I did. I just put all the numbers that they told me to do. And then they started generating income in a daily basis, like making 1%, 2%, in some cases up to 5% a day. And the money actually is within my Binance account or within my wallet. It's not with someone else. And I like the idea.
Yeah.
And I started also inviting my friends to come in, and they came in and they enjoyed a good return until the point came to middle of May, or somewhere end of May or middle of May, where the market crashed. The Bitcoin went down from 64,000 up to 28,000, and all the other coins went even deeper in loss. At that time, we were like literally stuck. I mean, whoever had like $20,000, now they have only $12,000 because the market went down. The bot could not handle this. I didn't understand why did the bot did not trade in the downtrend. I mean, it was maybe programmed to do this, or something is wrong, or this is how it is. Most of the people thought that this is how it is. The market went down. Okay, we have to wait for the market to come up, and then we start trading again. The bot will start trading again. At that time, actually, I had some people that I invited personally to come and join this opportunity and to come and connect the bot to their Binance accounts and to their exchanges. And they enjoyed a good profit, but at that time when the market went down, I felt like the people are losing their money. They are losing the value. They are losing big movement of the market. So there should be some way to change this or to take it in our favor. So I had to stop everything, stop recruiting, stop bringing anyone in, stop trading, step away for a moment and look at it from far away, like looking at it from out the box, looking at the problem from as a stranger, not as someone who is in deep into the problem. Because sometimes when you are deep into the problem, you wouldn't see a solution because you think about the bad part of it because you are affected.
Yeah,
I have to just step out.
That's such a powerful statement. I want to pause on that statement for a second because it really is such a powerful statement. And as we're listening to your story, we're going to see how this plays out, where you go from a challenge to a solution to a challenge to a solution, and it's beautiful to see how you've navigated this. And I think that's such a powerful statement that the question and the answer they come from a different place. When you're looking at the problem, it's very, very difficult to see the solution if you're looking at it from the same angle, from the same vantage point. And it sounds like, Mohammed, one of your gifts, one of the things that you've been able to do to navigate your life experiences is to take a problem and put it to the side and then go find a solution. And so keep going. I love this story. I know it, but I want our audiences to hear how we ended up where we are today. So you saw this problem and you went to work to find a solution, and really not only for your benefit, but more so because you were concerned about people that you had introduced to this situation.
Right. Absolutely. So, yeah, when this happened, actually, I just stepped away and I just looked at it because of my engineering sense and number sense. So I said, okay, there should be something. There are numbers in the bot, right? There are numbers that we put at the beginning. Why did we put these numbers? What does each parameter mean? What does each? I started asking the guy who introduced me, but no one had a perfect answer. Like all of them, like were guesses. I was left out with about like $1,000. So I was like try and error process. Just try this and see how it performs. Follow the trade, follow the chart, look at it. How does it open the trade? How does it close the trade? So, okay, that parameter means this. Okay, write it down. So I was like literally with a paper and pen and a screen in front of me for like 3 weeks, doing nothing. Just only sitting down and understanding how this bot works and what are the parameters inside and how they work. And after this 3 weeks, I came out with like, okay, if we put these parameters with a strategy, basically, with the parameters that we can put into the bot, and then we will be safely trading even if the market drops. Actually, when the market drops, we're going to take this in our benefit. And I started applying it. Actually, I had like $2,000. I didn't have the chance to apply it on myself because I almost lost the $2,000 with the trials and errors that I was doing. But it was actually the investment in learning, which is fine. And you know the rest. I actually jumped in with my friends, the people that I invited, and I opened their account and started applying it. Even though they were holding their coins and the market went down and the bot is not able to trade anymore, but we put some specific parameters into the bot. And then it started trading based on my understanding of the parameters. Wow. It started trading, and then within 2 or 3 weeks maximum, they got their money back. If, like, for example, someone had like 10,000, at that drop they had like only 7,000 or 6,000. So when we applied this at the down of the market, still the bot keeps on trading and actually close that trade on the top after some time in profit. So they get all the 10,000 back plus the profit they were supposed to get.
So, Mohammed, so what's interesting about this story is that you're not a professional trader. You don't have a lot of experience, or you didn't at this point have any real experience trading in the market, right? Is that correct?
No, I never had any experience in trading crypto, or even I just only know the support and resistance, nothing else.
Wow.
I know that there are different trading strategies, and there are people who are actually 24 hours in front of the screen making these lines. I don't know what the lines means, up and down, and then it breaks, then you have to buy, it breaks this, you have to sell. I'm not expert in this, and I don't know how to do it.
But you knew enough about numbers, and you took what you did know, your background in engineering, and you were able to isolate a solution based on the information that you did have mastery over, and then you had the courage to help other people apply that solution and saw them into a better place.
Right,
Amazing.
exactly. And that's what exactly happened. I started like helping the people that I brought in, and all of them got their money back plus profit, except for the people who have actually done manual liquidation for the money before we jump in. And then I started also approaching the person who have invited me and their teams, and started applying it on one by one, and they were getting exactly the same result, the same end result, like they're getting the money back plus. And I've seen accounts of 100,000 plus. I've seen accounts of 20,000 plus. I've seen accounts of just 2,000 or 3,000. And all of them, once you apply you cannot apply the same strategy on all of them. You tell them just put these parameters and that's it. Because they're in a situation that you have to actually make a surgery into their account, look inside and see each coin, where is it, and where is the drop, what was the percentage of the drop, and how much they have now, and how much they were supposed to get. So all of this, we analyzed like in half an hour, and then we start implementing the parameter in another half an hour. So it's like 1 hour per account and getting this done, and then leave it for a week. Then we come back and we revise again until we rescue all the coins and they get all their USDT back. And we did it for like a couple of tens of people, and then at that time, like I did not have enough time to help everyone. This was a problem. So that was the time when I decided to make a training to the leaders in this community to show them exactly what they have to do, or to give them the secret. It's not a secret, basically. It's just the strategy to teach them how to do the strategy on the accounts So they learned it and they started applying it into their team. So we multiplied the effort. And instead of me helping everyone, now we have like 5-6 people all helping their teams using the same approach.
Wow. So all of this comes from essentially you've got hours and hours and hours under your belt now of understanding the technology. We talk about a bot for the benefit of our listeners. We're talking about a trading software that trades cryptocurrency 24/7. And your expertise literally comes from being in the trenches, helping other people get into a better situation using your perspective and your expertise that was literally forged in a difficult situation. And because you couldn't help as many people as you wanted, you needed a bigger vehicle. You needed a better vehicle to be able to now take what you did know, what you could now see clearly as a problem, and help people figure out how to avoid this problem. And so the first step in that was, let me give my strategy to some other people who could share it. Tell us what the next step is in how you're moving in the direction of let me take this to as many people as possible.
Sure. Yeah. After helping the people and letting them or letting them get their money back plus the profit and all, I started also looking at that was the version 1 of the strategy that I made. Now, once they got their money back, now they can retrade again, start trading again, but with the different parameters that I have designed. They call it MOT strategy version 1.0. And they started all applying it after getting the money back, and they were trading safely. However, there were still some issues. There are some numbers that I did not get clearly, even though I spent hours and hours, but still, I couldn't. There are some parameters that I needed, actually, into the bot to be able to even improve the results and to have a better profit for the people and better trading. I started approaching the company, but I got no response basically from the company so that they can help in increasing the parameters in the back office so that we can make a better strategy. At that time, I just thought, okay, why don't I just own bot? And at that time, but I had a lack of many things when I had this idea in my mind. It was like a dream. Like, okay, I have to start it, but I don't have any resources. I don't have the technical knowledge of like programming and developing softwares, and a software like this wouldn't take. Even if I had the experience, I wouldn't be able to do it because a software of this volume or of this size is basically needs like 5-6 developers working simultaneously for months and months. So I didn't have the resources for that. At that time, I remember that I had a friend in Belgium that I met in person, and he have a company, basically an IT company, which have designed and developed a forex trading bot. So I thought maybe there would be having the developers that can implement this kind of crypto trading. But I had the full idea in my head, but I wanted someone who was technical to apply it into a trading bot. So I approached this friend, and he welcomed the idea. Basically, he's the owner of the company. I worked with him for a couple of years, and there is a big trust between us. I approached him, and then we discussed for many days, and then we reached an agreement. We signed an NDA, both of us, and then I started working with his developers. Okay, they were doing the bot for me. Again, it's obviously a percentage with the profit that this bot is going to create. However, I started getting approached by many people of the community, that the people that I was helping, I didn't meet them in person. I did not get in contact with them, but I was just supporting them to get their money back when the situation was bad. So those people started approaching me because they heard that I'm creating my own bot. So they wanted to be part of that, to be partners of that. And I welcomed everyone. Whoever have contacted me at that time, they wanted to be a partner. Just I welcomed them to be partners with me. And the time came where we needed investment. We needed somebody actually to invest money into this because we don't want to make it just a website online and then people come and buy it and they do trading with it. We wanted something solid that could support the community, that could have like a backbone So we needed to create a real company, to establish a company, an organization, and get the software done, because now we have only the brain of the bot. We don't have anything. We don't have a website. We don't have a user interface. We don't have any branding. We don't have anything. So I said the only way to go forward is to get an investor in. Some investor, silent investor, who can just pay money and wait for the product to come out. And you won't believe it, David. The first 3 people that I approached, they blindly agreed to come with me into this.
Wow.
And they paid the amount that I wanted.
I do believe it, though.
I didn't have to. Because these people, actually, I was spending hours and hours in helping them when they had a problem, without any kind of interest or without any kind of return. Or I didn't want to have, even actually some of them to be, maybe you don't know this, they were offering me to pay me for the time that I'm spending with them. But at that time I didn't, it wasn't like, I felt like it's not my profession. I don't have to take money from people. I'm just supporting people. Because when you see somebody who was in problem and you help him solve the problem, on its own is actually something that can, would be good. You feel good when you help someone get out of a problem. Those people I presented the opportunity to them, and they were like very happy. Actually, they were asking me before that, if you're opening any business, whether it's crypto or any other company or any kind of business, we want to be with you in your next business. So I didn't take care at that time. I didn't count that in my head, because I didn't have the idea of opening my own trading bot or any company. So we got the investment now. We got the programmers, and we actually hired another company to start working on the user interface of the bot. Because now we have the brain. The brain is under work. We have been working on the brain of the bot for the last 6 months, since September. And then another company is working now on the user interface, on how the bot is going to be looking like. We didn't want to mix everything in one place, because I'm very concerned about the bot itself, how it's going to perform, how the parameters are going to be set, because this is basically the product that we're going to make, or this is what's going to be actually helping the people trading the crypto in a safe mode.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Everything was set up, everything was done, and we were testing the bot for the last 1 month. I was testing it myself firstly for 2 weeks because I didn't want to risk the people's money. Everything was fine. We solved all the glitches. We troubleshooted all the problems that came between, and now it's the time to put the product for the public. But still, I didn't want to put it to the public just in one shot. Let's now test it in a bigger volume. We had 35 people around the globe. Most of them are having trading experience, and they jumped in and they put like 1,000, 2,000 in. The money is in their pocket, is in their Binance account, and they connected the bot into the Binance, and then they started. I wanted all of them just to try only the built-in strategy that I've designed. I didn't want anyone to play with it or do other parameters, because I wanted to see how is I knew what's the outcome and how it's going to perform, but I wanted to see the people's experience with it. Will they like it? Will they not like it? Maybe because those are experienced traders, most of them, so they can give me feedback that I could take in and maybe implement. They wanted maybe more parameters to be implemented. They don't like something. They feel like a trade is not taken on time. This has to be done differently. But you know what, David? I never got any negative feedback.
Wow.
They tested the bot for 2 weeks. And then after the 2 weeks, I said, okay, this is the time now. We have to stop because we have to prepare for the final product launching for everyone. So everyone now is out of trade, even though the market was actually in downtrend. Most of the currencies actually went down for about 20% deep, and even more than 20%, like 25 and 26%. But still, the people went out of the trades with profit in the 2 weeks,
Amazing.
Like 5%, some of them 6%. Some of them more and less. It all depends on the market fluctuation and the type of currency that they were using. In this bot, we have used 21 coins, and we feel like these are the best coins. The best coins in terms of what? Now, this bot with a built-in strategy is designed to sustain a drop of market which is more than 50%. It could be 50, 60, 70, 80, even more. It depends on how the market fluctuates. And actually it takes the drop of the market into the benefit and actually create more profit.
So somebody using this bot, Mohammed, is able to essentially allow their cryptocurrency to be traded. The crypto stays in their own wallet. The bot trades it for them. And whether the market's going up or down, and of course we know crypto's really volatile, so even in a severe retraction, the bot that you've designed is designed to continue to make profit in either of those scenarios without putting their crypto at risk. Is that right?
That's right. Because I had to look at the history of the cryptocurrency market, the main coins, and see how they behaved in the past. What's the behavior? How do they normally go up? Do they normally go down? Do they normally go sideways? So I found out that there are only three scenarios, three cases that are possible into any product, not only actually the cryptocurrency, but the cryptocurrency is moving very fast. There might be bad news where the market crash, it goes down maybe 50, 60%. Okay, that's I consider it as natural into the cryptocurrency, but we don't know when it's going to happen. This is the only point. The second case is that there's a good news, many people are buying, the market goes up. The third option is that the market doesn't move up or doesn't go down. But in this case, which is the normal case scenario, is basically the market is moving plus minus 1 to 5% approximately. It could be even more than the 5%, plus or minus. This is the normal case scenario. But in unusual day, it could drop down to 20%, 30%, or even beyond that, or it could go up. So I designed the bot for the worst case scenario. Or I designed the strategy for the worst case scenario, like when the market drops, how is it going to be behaving? It's going to be basically taking the normal daily fluctuations to make profit and also to close the trade which was opened at the higher point of the market when it started. I don't want to go deeper technically here, but what I can tell just to the normal people is basically if you start trading Bitcoin, for example, at the price of 50,000 and the market dropped to 25,000, the bot will be closing the trade, which was opened at 50,000 at the price of 25,000 or even below that. This is the math behind the scene that the equation that we have programmed, the algorithm that we made for the bot is to work this way. For the good case scenario, it's normal. Buy a coin. When the market goes up, sell it. That's very, very easy.
Right.
Buy it on 50,000, sell it on 51,000, make a profit of 1,000. This is very easy. But when the market goes down, this is what took us time and effort to really study in details and see the best way to get this done. And right now, it's working this way. And I think you have experienced this, and a couple of the other traders have experienced this in the last 2 weeks. So there is no way that the market will go a different direction. It cannot go back in time. It just has to go in the future, and if it goes in the future, it goes up or down or straight. There is a disaster in the market crashes, or there is a good news in the market, everybody's buying, it goes up or it goes straight. That's the three scenarios, and the bot is designed to handle all of these scenarios and create profit and use all of them, whether the market's dropping or going up. However, I'll tell you something. If the market is crashing rapidly, like there's news, bad news, there's somebody stopped something, so the market will crash straight down. In this case, the bot understands that it should not buy anything. Just wait for the market to stabilize and then start buying, so that the person will not risk a big amount of money. And it never closes in any losing trade. It always waits for that trade to come down to the market price, or the market price goes up and closes. One of these two scenarios. There's no third one.
Wow. Mohammed, we can and we will go on and on talking about this amazing journey and the product that comes from this amazing journey that you've had. We actually, this is part one of a series of conversations that we're going to have. And I realize that through this, we haven't yet said the name of this new product. Why don't you introduce the name of your bot to our listeners?
Basically, we call it Easybot because we want it to be easy to everyone to use and not complicated. We want to be easy for the newbies who doesn't know how to trade, like myself. When I look at myself like 6 months back, I didn't have an experience and I had to just copy and paste. So here, we made it easy with a built-in pre-settings. That is basically my own strategy that I created, and the people could just choose it with one click. Choose the strategy, choose the coin, assign the amount, and that's it.
So they don't need no experience needed. Anybody can do it. If you can turn on a computer or use your cell phone, access the internet, Easybot is a solution for you to get involved in crypto and do it safely.
Right.
Wow.
Right. I know many people might not understand the math behind it, but if someone is interested, I mean, we can explain it in detail, and it's logical. I mean, it's logic and numbers. Numbers don't lie. People lie. Numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
So it's basically numbers programmed at the back end, and even it's very transparent. If somebody is interested to know the strategy in details, they could even jump into their accounts. Once they choose the build and strategy, will show all the parameters. There's nothing to hide here. If somebody wants to copy it, they're more than welcome. So it will be there. They can see the details. They need to understand also how the bot works for them, how it generates money. They can go at the back office and see the parameters, the numbers, and they can follow the market and see how it works. And by the way, David, one thing I forgot to say about the bot, it works every second. It looks at the market every second and look at the price and comes back to the bot and lies and then decide what to do, to buy or to sell or to just hold.
Wow.
Every second.
Wow.
So that's basically faster than the Binance normally is giving, like one minute candle. It is no lower than 1 minute, as per my knowledge. Maybe there is, but as per my knowledge, we can get only like 1 minute candle. So it actually works every second. If we ask the bot, for example, to draw a market for us, it will draw a market at the market chart with a 1 second candle because it looks at the market every second.
Got it.
So
Mohammed,
it doesn't lose any movement of the market.
This is such an amazing story, and we're going to continue talking about this. I know you have a major event happening. I'm actually flying out. Lisa and I are flying out to celebrate this event of the pre-launch of Easybot with you. That happens on Thursday, this week, Thursday. Here we're on Eastern Standard Time. That will be 11 a.m. We're actually live broadcasting this pre-launch event on easybot.tv. And, of course, we'd love for you to join our community, the 10xcryptocommunity.com. Join our community, find out more about Easybot and how Easybot can be used as a tool to help you get involved in cryptocurrency. Do it safely. But what I've really enjoyed and what's amazing about this conversation that we've had today is listening to your journey and listening to how you went from a situation where you were laid off, uncertain about what your next step was, but you continued to move in faith and you continued to find solutions. And ultimately, what I believe you're on the precipice of is something absolutely amazing that will transform not only your life, but lives of hundreds of thousands, millions of people who are interested in getting into crypto, doing it in a way that's safely. And to me, you are the embodiment of what we started this show with, saying cryptocurrency represents a whole legion of adventurers and entrepreneurs, risk takers, inventors, and problem solvers. It is the frontier. Huge amounts of wealth will be created and destroyed. And Bob Marley says it best, the greatness of a man is not in how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and his ability to affect those around him positively. That's you, Mohammed. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be back next week, actually live from Dubai. Join us then on 10X Crypto Radio. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Thank you for listening to 10X Crypto Traders with your host, David D. Charles. Cryptocurrency can be challenging on your own. 10X Crypto Traders is a diverse community of cryptocurrency explorers. Cryptocurrency will transform our world forever, and you don't have to wait to figure it all out. We'll show you how to use AI technology to create passive income in the crypto markets 24/7. Never close on a losing trade and only ever make profits. Then explore with us the world of DeFi, where we make massive income in community-based projects controlled by the people. The 10X Crypto Traders community provides education and support to help you along your crypto journey. Together we grow, learn, and earn cryptocurrency. Check us out at 10xcryptocommunity.com. That's 10xcryptocommunity.com. Let's journey together.
The presenters are not financial advisors, and the opinions presented should not be construed as financial advice. Trading cryptocurrency carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Before deciding to invest in cryptocurrency, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. You should be aware of all the risks associated with cryptocurrency trading and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Past performance is not indicative of future results. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.